Howdy. Let me introduce myself. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we're on YouTube. Oh, okay. Let me introduce myself once more. My name is Ronald, Ronnie, Raphael. Each one of these names consists of a 76, 74. I am also Mrtacpans. And a 63. Anyways, these are the number counts for my names, and they total out to 200 bicentennial. Now, what would you think bicentennial would actually mean? Why would they call it bi? They call it bi because if you calculate it correctly, after 200 years, okay, what you get is you get nothing. You have two eggs. You're in the beta world of X-Man. That's all it is. That's how it started, and that's why we have the bicentennial. Okay, bicentennial. Okay, is because there's a homosexual number that's a homosexual number. There's only basically a few of them. 2, 5, and 8 are all homosexuals. You turn the 8 around, it's the same thing again. When you turn the 5 around, it's a 2. 2 and 5 are the bisexual numbers. You know why? Because here's the 2, okay, and here's the 5. No, this is the 2. Take away the center. Take away any 2 plus the center. You know what I'm saying? Where's the other dice? Come here, dice. I had 5 dice and a couple of cats. Whoop, no, oh. I dropped 1 dice on the floor and I find 1 dice on my lap. Here's the 5 on the opposite side. Where is it? Pretty good, eh? Can't even see it myself. No, that's not it. Here's the 5. There's the 5. And there's the 2. 2 goes into the 5. You don't even see it. Okay? As simple as that. Not only that, but I'm going to show you. Hold on, I'm coming up with it. I'm going to show you. Reverse these 2 numbers, okay? And they're the same number. If you put this pin in it, right, and spun it around, you spin it around, this will become this. And if I hide one side, it says 92. The 29th of February. If I hide this side, okay, upside down, it would say 65. 65 is our mind. Oh! That's what 65 is all about, my friends. It has gotten so technical, it's so hard to understand and explain to everybody to try and help them to see something a little bit broader, like the way I see it, because not only do I believe, but I deeply think that that's exactly right. There's a lot of things going on. Mrtacpans has mentioned. I've never voted in my life, and I'd vote Ron Paul on a standstill tomorrow. There was a few things I was thinking. I had a dream last night, and when I woke up, it was true. Okay, it was crazy, the craziest dream. Everything I saw was the officers, the officers. And it said U.S. Patrol, and all I saw was flashing lights all night, pulling people over and pulling people over, and every 5 cars they send somebody away and send somebody away all night. Then I get on this morning and I see all these FEMA camps. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I saw it in a dream and now it's true. Just like Nostradamus made all those predictions, well, they were made to come true. That's right, it was made to come true. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out, there was a few things I had written down. I had done a previous video and it disappeared. So I'm going to try and go back to this one over here. I'm not sure if I showed you this one. Okay, these are 2 dice inside of each other. They're both the 4 dice. Okay, this is where you get the 8. Okay, this line in here is the connection. We're like hung up like bees. And in the middle is missing one thing, just a dot. Okay, that dot in the center will be the 5 dot. 2552. 2552. Why? Because you got to turn it this way and then this way. That's why you end up with 25625. Excuse me. Let me see. There were a few other things. I'm not finished this yet. Okay, but there's only one. Don't forget, this is the roulette wheel. Okay, this is the board on the roulette wheel. I tagged the numbers, and the number that I tagged that came out, number 23. It's the only one like this. Two blacks up here, 23, 26, 29. Two blacks. Here, 17 and 20. Two blacks. The only one that matches 23 is this one over here, except it's not a single line. This one has a single line going through it. This one has a double line. Where do these lines come from? They come from the making of this board, plus the crisscrosses of the black and the red on the roulette. And it shows number 23 as the only one that has a road that extends all over, that is not connected through the heart of it, because man is the heart. That's why you see there's no line up and down through this one. Look, there's no line up and down through this one. Now the question is, why did this number over here not continue? Well, let's check. 1, 4, 7, 10. 10 cannot go through here because it's 14 over here, and that's red. So how come? What happened over here? Where did number 14 go? Okay, so we have to look at number 14, why the line is missing. Why do we have two lines here? And we don't have two lines over here. So we got to go look at what number. This is 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 goes through here. These two reds that show here, 16 and 19, they don't show or apparent anywhere else on the board. You see, although it's red and black, the whole board, the center over here, the 5, the 14, the 23, and the 32 are the only reds in the center. They each one add up to 5, 14, 1 and 4, 5, 23, 2 and 3, 5, 32, 3 and 2, 5. On the other side of the roulette board, okay, it sets up as 3, skip 9, 12. Already you have 3 of them right here. The 9 and 12 connect. The 9 and 12 connect is because it's the 1-3 creation. You see the bar that goes through, the Christ bar, and the road. The road drags you down into the game over here, and then over to 23. And the rest has to do with our mind. Okay, there's two sides of the board, don't forget, and truthfully, they are absolutely identical. But when you get from 9 to 14, again, these two are red. One of these is red, one of these is black. But at the end, the total is, it's all equal. There's as many black as there is red. It's pretty funny. Not only that, but if you add up on roulette 1 to 9 and then 10, the one position, the 1 is red in roulette. But when it comes to the 10 is black. The 19 is red, the 28 is black, yet still fit in position number 1 of the roulette. It's the only position where it holds 2 reds and 2 blacks. And that's because the E world is with the X. It's the X-Men in the E world, making it position 50. 50 cents. A passage for the mind. Well, it's the mind and body, right? But it's not whole, because man is the whole. The whole ball. Okay, what else is next? So I did this. I showed you that. And you know what's really funny? I mean, everybody knows that a heart, this is a U, right? 2 U's, or it's a W, or it's the top part of a heart. These is the M letter I actually made from the heart. I put an M on the bottom and an M on the top, and then the circles, right? I'm using, don't forget, God created numbers and dots and shapes and letters because they worked and connected somewhere. What did he connect? What did he do it for? Oh yeah, today I'm going to create a dot. Like I need it like a hole in my head? What do I need a dot for? You know what I'm saying? You create it when there's a need for it. When you're in search of creation, you create and you build and you find other things. Okay? So that's the 6. And what it is, these dots, is what happens is if you remove all the sticks in the center, you remove all the spirit. You stop the 3 creating islands from connecting to the 3 creating islands. I'm still trying to figure out whether the bottom side of these dots can connect without having an intersector in between. I'm not exactly sure how these work, except if you put them together on the other side, every one of these, okay, listen to this, every one of these but two sides, okay, there'll be two sides saying 7 and 4 sides saying 5. Are you lost yet? 2 on this side, 5 on this side. Total is 7, right? Right. But the only dots that you see is the 5 dot. It'll happen on the 5. It'll happen on the 3. It happens on the 2 because of the dice that it's with. Doesn't happen on the 6. Happens on the 3 and the 1. The 6 and the 1 are the only ones that when you reverse the dice, well, you would be able to see 7 dots. So 2 parts, so let me mark this down. 2 parts of 1 and 6 and 6 and 1, okay, total of 14. But there's 4 other sides at 5, which total of 20. The total of this is 34. 3 and 4 equals 7 again. Now, what does 3 and 4 mean? Well, that's the final connection. You turn this like this once, twice, 3 times, 3, and 4. You have to connect everything at the end, right? Because this 6 and this 3, when you turn this 3 inside the 6, you turn it like this inside the 6, it connects to different wiring on each one of these things, whether it's turned this way or this way. The 3 turns around connecting the wiring. So this is a description of what's going on. They also show you the opposite sides, which is the in-between, and that's like one of the most important things. So we have 20 in value of 5, which means all the passages of the beta world. It's the number 5 on your phone. Northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, northeast, west, and south. 8 points of direction, 4 bars. The minute you make a line, whether you drag the line up from the bottom or down from the top, you have 2 points of direction. You have 4 bars, you have 8. You use 3 bars in life because you're the other stiff bar of the pole. We're that stiff bar of the pole. So we only use 3 of 4. The other one is the spirit, which is retained inside of us until death. And no one, but no one, can get it. They can't. Because our mind is not here on earth. Our mind is somewhere else. Oh, my mind is somewhere else. For sure. No, we're seriously. Our minds are in another heaven somewhere else. Nobody can do anything but get into the soul mind of this earth. And you can fight it all the time. No matter what you want, you'll always be able to fight it until they insert a chip that teaches you to accept it. A chip they insert in your arm that over a period of time injects you with whatever it is in that element, and it makes you just like a zombie for the rest of your life. But if you know the chip is in there, do you know what it can do? It can never do a thing to you. Because you can always know. The thing is in this world is to know when you see nothing, there's always a possibility that something can show up. Thank you, Raphael 7286. Did I have one more page to show you? Oh, here, something funny. See this wheel here? Or this one here? It says X's and O's. Look, O is the round one. X is in the center, right? Look at that cut that goes through it. It goes all the way around for the E, right? And the S is the totality. It goes around from one side, through the pocket, and back on the bottom. There's your S. And O's is the same thing, X's and O's. In this wheel, okay, you're hardly missing any letters. Even the W and M are in this wheel, okay? Almost every single letter that you can mention is in here, okay, depending how you maneuver it. There are a few letters that do not exist in here. I mean, if you want to take a look, the letter K is in there, the letter V, the letter W, the letter M. Okay, where is the one letter you can't find? You don't see it? That's right, my friends. There's no A. There's no A. This is a preparatorial star, my friends. Until the spirit is injected, there's no A. Take care, my friends. Raphael 7286. Like I said, I've never voted before. Vote Ron Paul. Ron Paul, I hope, please tell me this, okay? God says there's Messiah coming. I have a dream one night that the name of the Messiah is Ronald. And I, for many years, got mixed up and thought it was me. But now I know who it is. It's Ron Paul. Got fucked up between me and him. Thank God, take that burden off my back. For years, I says, oh my God, what can I do for the public besides these YouTubes? What would I do as the President of the United States? You know, I'd probably get into Congress and light up a cigarette. And Congress would go, you're smoking in Congress. And you would say like this, is that the first law you guys have ever broken? Lighting up all those cigars and going out and devouring the world, telling them you can't build nuclear weapons? Let them build nuclear weapons and show them what's better. Share the ideas with the world. Don't hide the ideas with the world. We're not looking to outgrow anybody. This is not a competition. This is not the world. Everybody's got this mixed up. This is not the Olympics. Okay? Besides me reading that somebody said there might be terror in the London Olympics. Oh, it's so perfect. Set up so perfect for the Zionists, eh? In London, the Olympics. Oh, I can see something happening right now, but you know what? They better not pick anybody from the Middle East. If you're from the Middle East, you better have a backup story now. Okay, who's next to come off the list in this world? Who are we going to take out next, right? Who are we going to blame? Who are we going to blame? You know what? All my life, I was never looking to blame anybody. The only thing I always wanted is an understanding to the story at hand. Understanding the story at hand, okay, and the differences between the two will be able to resolve an understanding between the conflicting interests of both, okay? And obviously, no one should be right because none of this in this world is a personal thing. Please don't take any of these things personal. What I say belongs to the world. Let them knock me down because I said something wrong. But don't knock me out because it's not truth. I mean, marijuana is going to bring in a lot of money. I don't think marijuana is going to upset anybody. I just think that when you bring in the new and you give people the liberties, you have to tell them, understand this. We don't want to see you on the highways. We don't want to see this. This is what we have to do. We have no problem. Explain to the public how you need to process people and for what reason. Okay? I mean, how many people do you think, if you got rid of like the whole FBI, you know, and you got rid of everybody that runs to war and kept everybody, and you kept an army of maybe 500,000 here, or 1 million people, big deal, so you got 1 million people learning to protect in your own land. Who's coming here? Hello? I got a phone call. Hold on. Who's coming? Hello? Yeah? Oh! Hey, Ben, how's it going? Yes, 5 years already? Yeah. You left us 5 years ago. What you saw on TV, they said they just knocked you off there and put you in the ocean. Yeah, I know that guy. He's been running informant for me just to protect us. Yeah, those crazy Americans. Yeah, I worked for them for many years. You did, eh? Yeah, so why the phone call right now, Ben? You guys are coming back. Extraterrestrial mission. But don't be fooled that the Americans, not the Americans, no, from somewhere else, they're going to put another mark on it to make like it's not them, right? Right. Zionist. Yes, I understand. The Jews, right? The Jews who collect the juice. Do you know what? Business is business. You got to learn to pay, right? But you know what? I think that money should turn Confederate and that we, the people, should decide what the real value of money is again. And whoever owns trillions of dollars of businesses, I say they be diluted into the government, eventually maybe sold over to public interests, shut down the stock market unless there's certain things that we must trade. There are always certain things we must trade. The certain things have to shut down. It's too many deals going on, all wrong things that shouldn't be going on, that they just shouldn't be going on. You know that already because your family fortune has been devoured by them. Right. Anyways, take care. Yeah, I'm doing a YouTube right now. You see me? No. You got all my YouTubes up there in heaven. Yeah. Everybody's laughing. Do I got a good crowd in heaven? How many people watching me up in heaven? You don't know. We mind our own business. Well, what would you think if you wanted to take a guess? You're not allowed to say. Well, can I guess? And you can go uh-huh or uh-uh. Yeah? Would you say there was more than, let's say, 50, 60,000 people in heaven watching me? He says, why don't, he said, what? No, this is Ben talking. What did you say? There's how many, there's 38 trillion, 38 billion dollars, 38 billion people in heaven right now. Right. And how many are watching me? 21. 21 million? 21 people. And they're just your family. So no one's keeping up with me. They're all busy doing their own thing to save the world with you while you're down there trying what you can do. We're up here trying to see what we can do, and we don't have much time for a guy like you. What are you talking about? You're only kidding with me, right? I got more than 21, right? Hey, kid, they're all with me. Right, right. There is no vote. They all know who it is. All right, take care. I gotta finish my vid. Thanks. Okay, so that was Ben Laden. Yeah, he's with George Carlin up in heaven. They were listening to some music I heard in the background. It was John Lennon. And I'm not sure, but I heard some change moving around, so I figured he was sitting with Elvis Presley. Yeah, they're all up there, right? But there was a call on the horn, and I heard the horn, and they were calling Princess Diana and Whitney Houston up. So I think they're all prepared up there in heaven. And I had a few things to show you, and some of the stuff is a little cuckoo. The V that I continued until it opened up into an X. A V ended up into a Y into an X. I'm trying to show you. Here's the same thing. You see this design here? You've seen it before. It's a V from a Y into an X. Do you understand? It's also an A. The A, the Y, all they are strands forced together and then opened up again. And then they connect. I can't tell you the whole story. I just know everything connects. I didn't do my keyboard, and there's a ton of things I still didn't do. Oh, here's one thing I didn't do yet. The L creates the 2 dice. Okay? The F creates the 3 dice. Isn't that funny? LF, those are my father's initials. 2 and 3 is 5. 2 times 3 is 6 man. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 and 6 is the 11. There's your 23. And you got your 1. Now, the whole thing is, what letters did I use to make that? LFX. Lox and Fox 11. Or Faux. Ox 11. I don't know exactly what it means. I didn't really work on it to put it together. But from the dice, in order for the dots to connect, this is what came out of it. This, okay, is the 6 dice. I can use it as 11, okay? I can use it as the 2 eyes. So you can say, instead of saying 110 or 2 eyes, you would go Fox, I. F-O-X and I. Do you know what that means, Fox, I? Fox, I is, the word Fox is a 45 letter count, and it means communication, personalized, the 5 dice, the 1 hole. 45. 4 connects to 5. Then it has 6 connect to 5. 6 and 5 are 65. It's the wolf, communication, the 3 parts of man's mind that connects to the one spirit, completing the round of 4. So you would have Fox 45, and the opposite of that, from 45, when 65 man, 6 and 5, run the information into 45, it would come in 6 to 5 to 5 to 4. And 5 and 4 means love. So that means the communication has gone from and to, from 45 and from 6. From 4 angel on your telephone to 6 man, it has to pass through the 5 key. One means love, one means the fox, the other means the wolf and love. So, and you put them 2 together, makes 101, communication, computers. My work or my stuff and the way I see it is infallible. The numbers work so perfectly. Maybe because that's the way everybody did it, and I'm just a jerk off seeing it 100,000 years later. But I don't think so. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. This other thing I wanted to show you. Okay. One of the reasons we don't count. Here's a pole, and here's a pole. Here's the equilateral pole, and here's the north and south pole, or elephant ears, or SOPA. SOPA wants to connect here and here, and here and here. Then they got us wrapped up. SOPA, once SOPA gets this, my friend, I have to jump off a bunch of things. I ran into DNA. DNA has a count of 4141. Sesame Street, same street. Sign says 4114. Where do we have it? 41 position on Monopoly, Mediterranean. That's what they need. I don't know how it works, but that's the 5 key. Everything is connected in the Mediterranean. Right from China all the way to the Mediterranean. That's why they're not really after the Chinese, but they know. They know it's in the Baltic, and they know it's in the Mediterranean. Both of it. It's depicted on Monopoly. It's been out there for thousands of years. Follow the signs, my friends. All the signs you see are for you to look out. It's your vision, just like this one is my vision. I really appreciate this. I am Raphael. I am Raphael 7286. I am the owner. I am the proprietor of who I am. I speak on behalf of myself and Mrtacpans. And Mrtacpans says if Ron Paul does not win, we are in for 2 major tough years, the next 2 years. Because in 2014, my friends, that's when my friend shows up. And that's when I'll do the real talking. Right now, I just have a big mouth. But in 2014, in the month of October, everyone's going to turn around and say, what will they say? Ron Paul, 2 years in, and look how good he's done. You know what I'm saying? But if he's not in Ron Paul, we're in for danger. But like I said, Mrtacpans is with us, 2014 in October. Mrtacpans, I hope. I'm believing in Mrtacpans now. Oh my God. I've never believed in anyone before, and it's all up to him. Mrtacpans? Mrtacpans, are you awake? Mrtacpans? Mrtacpans? Ah, there you are. Can you say goodbye to everybody? Hello to everybody. Hello, goodbye to now. Mrtacpans? Mrtacpans? Mrtacpans, can you thank everybody? I'd like to thank everybody for coming here this evening and seeing this video. Don't worry, I don't drink too much, because spirit is very hard to get. So you have to understand your spirit intuition with the good Lord Creator. I am the servant of thy Lord, and thy Lord shall come. We are one. I am not anonymous, and I do not speak for anyone, but the Lord Creator who maketh come us onto this planet. I thank you, 7286 Mrtacpans.